Today is a great day for the City of Phoenix. I am Greg Stanton, Mayor of the City of Phoenix, and we have a great lineup of speakers and a very, very special announcement that I'm going to save and let my partner on the City Council, Councilwoman Kate Gallego, make. But I want to thank everyone for being here today. I want to thank all of these incredible leaders who are behind me today to celebrate Equal Pay Day here in the City of Phoenix and across the United States of America. Of course, my partner on the City Council, who's going to speak next, Councilwoman Kate Gallego, is here with us. Councilwoman Laura Pastor from the City of Phoenix. Councilwoman Thelda Williams from the City of Phoenix. That is a strong block of votes right there, by the way. I got. My friend from the Tempe City Council, Councilwoman Kuby is with us today. Kuby, thank you for your leadership. And all the way from down south, our friend from the City of Tucson, Councilmember Regina Romero. Thank you for being here as well. The chair of the Phoenix Women's Commission, Jodi Liggett. We miss you here at City Hall, Jodi, so very much. And of course, a great civil rights leader who was going to speak in a few moments, a woman who has changed American history. The great Lilly Ledbetter is here in Phoenix, Arizona. So thank you for being here, Lilly Ledbetter. Thank you for taking time to be here. You have chosen the right city to be in for Equal Pay Day. You could have been anywhere in the United States of America. Lilly Ledbetter led a long fight for fair treatment when her employer paid her significantly less than her male counterparts. Her fight for justice inspired congressional action and led to the creation of the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act, which President Obama signed in 2009. That was a great victory, but it was only after, unfortunately, a very unfortunate decision by the United States Supreme Court and a long battle that Lilly Ledbetter fights. She has committed her life to civil rights and civil liberties. So we want to welcome her, this equal pay pioneer, to Phoenix, and we'll be hearing from her more just in a little bit. We're also here today on National Equal Pay Day on the heels of a real achievement in the City of Phoenix. Just 3 weeks ago, our City Council, led by Councilwoman Kate Gallego and the other leaders of the City Council who are with us here today, she led the City Council in a unanimous vote to adopt changes to our anti-discrimination ordinance to amplify our efforts to ensure equal pay. Our city ordinance now matches the language in federal law that Lilly Ledbetter led the fight to get. We also adopted recommendations that charge the Phoenix Women's Commission with developing an education and training curriculum for women to empower them to negotiate fair salaries and compensation. And as a city, we're committed to enhancing our internal recruiting and hiring practices to attract more women to non-traditional and often higher-paying careers. In fact, one of those leaders is also with us here behind the podium. The top fire chief in the United States of America, the only female fire chief of one of the largest fire departments in the entire country, an incredible leader. Our chief, Kara Cockbrader, is with us here today. Let's give her a big round of applause. Our City Council wanted to send a clear message. In Phoenix, we value people. We value women and families, and we believe that equal work deserves equal pay, regardless of gender. We chose to lead on this issue to set an example for others to do exactly the same. So next, I want to introduce our leader on the City Council on equal pay issues, Councilwoman Kate Gallego. On Equal Pay Day last year, I asked her to lead a working group to find ways Phoenix to strengthen our stand on equal pay for women. She was the right person for the job. She rolled up her sleeves, she gets things done, and her leadership has been critical to our success. And I know this is just one of many things that she is going to be a strong leader on in the fight for justice here in the City of Phoenix. Councilwoman Kate Gallego.
Thank you, Mayor, for that wonderful introduction and for your conviction. When women win, Phoenix wins. And that's one of the things we're here to celebrate today. We're also here because we want to move Equal Pay Day to January 1st. Right now, a woman has to work until April 14th to make the same amount of money a male peer in the same position made last year. In Phoenix, we are fighting to close that gap, and we are so glad to have many other peers, including Tucson and Tempe, with us in that fight. Arizona wants to be a leader for equal pay, and we are taking important steps here in the city of Phoenix to make that happen. March 24th, we passed an ordinance unanimously saying that we want to close that pay gap in the city of Phoenix. We are going to support our women and help them get the training they need to get the higher salary. And we're sending a message to our business partners. We want them to look at their business practices and make sure they're doing what they can to close that pay gap. I think the first major contract at the city of Phoenix that will have our new equal pay language in the contract will be airport retail. So when you go to the shopping at the airport, you'll have the satisfaction of knowing that all the companies who were part of that program had to tell the city of Phoenix what they're doing to help us close that pay gap. It has been federal law, but we need to do more to close that gap, and we are so proud of the many partners who are helping us lead the way in the city of Phoenix. I am very thankful to the dean of our Women's Caucus, Councilwoman Thelda Williams at the city of Phoenix. She was the whole Women's Caucus before Laura Pastor and I were elected 2 years ago, and we are glad to have her leadership and wisdom in this particular area. And it has been wonderful to partner with Councilwoman Pastor, who really wowed the crowd when we passed the ordinance, sharing a little bit about her personal story and why this matters to her, and we thank her for her leadership as well. We also had wonderful support from our staff, including my team in District 8, but led at the city manager's level by Deputy City Manager Deanna Jonovich, who is here, and with the help of many people in this room, Alicia Blanford from our Office of Equal Opportunity, our HR Director Cindy, many others here, and we had great help on the nonprofit side. Our chairwoman of the Women's Commission is going to recognize AAUW in a moment, but I want to add my thanks to them because we really wanted this to be data-driven and show that women are making less than men doing the same work. We wanted to educate people about that pay gap and make a series of recommendations that will help businesses close that gap, which range from mentoring to studying salaries. And you can find more about that online or attend our trainings that the city is going to be offering in partnership. So we're hoping that this is just the beginning of our efforts on behalf of equal pay. And we'll have many partners moving forward, including some of our peers from other cities. We are joined by 2 of them here today. I want to start with our partner, Councilwoman Kuby from Tempe, a trailblazer in Tempe who is going to talk a little bit about Tempe's plans related to equal pay. So please welcome Councilwoman Lauren Kuby.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you to council members and everyone in attendance. So appreciate being invited here. Tempe is in the early stages at looking at equal pay ordinance, and the message is really simple. Equal work deserves equal pay. So we're at the early stages. We're so proud and pleased to follow in Phoenix's lead and to celebrate this day. And the day isn't just a celebration of that ordinance, but a celebration of Lilly Ledbetter's birthday. The city of Tempe has asked its prize bakery, Honeymoon Sweets, to bake a Lilly Ledbetter cake, which you can observe over there. So that will add to the sweetness of our celebration. And I salute the city of Phoenix. We are delighted to follow in your footsteps. And thank you so much for raising the bar in social justice issues. Thank you.
We also have a great leader for human rights, including women's rights, Councilwoman Regina Romero from the city of Tucson here with us today.
It is wonderful to be here today, and the city of Tucson is also in its infancy looking at equal pay for equal work. Of course, we have equal rights ordinances already, but you know, I read the Republic and I read this story and I said, God, we should do this in Tucson. And then Kate called me. So we are happily working together, making sure that we bring this issue to the forefront. At least we know something in elected office, that we're all get paid the same, right? Men and women, we get paid the same. And we need to make sure that in the city of Tucson, the city of Phoenix, and the state of Arizona, we are underlining and highlighting the importance of equal pay for equal work. It happens And even though we have federal policies, so proud of having Lilly Ledbetter here in Arizona, really helping us lead this fight. Because it is something that happens, and it's happened to us, it's happened to our mothers, and we shouldn't let it happen to our children. So we are happily working together. We're going to also use our Women's Commission in Tucson, Arizona, and we're going to make sure this happens. I appreciate the leadership of Mayor Stanton and the council members, Kate Gallego, and the council members on the Phoenix City Council. And it's amazing to have a unanimous vote for such a wonderful issue. And that's the goal of the city of Tucson, of having a unanimous vote on something that really is not controversial. It is something that is the right thing to do, and we will make it happen in Tucson. And thank you for having me here today.
Thank you to our fellow cities for saying that equal pay is a matter of priority for all of Arizona. We are so glad for other cities stepping up and showing leadership in this area. In honor of the fact that today is Lilly Ledbetter's birthday and Equal Pay Day, it seemed also fitting that we declare it Lilly Ledbetter Day in the city of Phoenix. So in partnership with the mayor and council, congratulations to Lilly Ledbetter. It's your day.
Thank you. Thank you.
You'll get to hear from Lilly Ledbetter in a moment, but first I wanted to introduce the chair of our Women's Commission, who will be implementing a lot of the recommendations and who's been a longtime leader for women in many positions, Jodi Liggett.
Well, equal pay, what an accomplishment. But beyond our ordinance change here in Phoenix, we're doing so much more, and I'm very proud to lead the Women's Commission that will be lifting up and supporting the work that our fabulous mayor and council have done. We'll be developing training for city contractors and employees to teach women how to negotiate those better salaries or to research pay scale questions. We're already partnering with our wonderful community partners, Arizona Women's Education and Employment, the YWCA, Take the Lead, many others, and of course, our dear, dear friends at AAUW. Our job will include seeking private funding to provide these programs. I'd like to recognize from our friends at AAUW, Jane Adrian, Jean Johnson, and our visitors from DC, Linda Hallman and Catherine Brayman. They have worked literally for years on this effort, and I know they're driving this effort nationwide, so thank you very much. In addition, our job is to help Phoenix spearhead its effort to look internally at the low number of women working in some city departments. And we are so proud to have our fabulous fire chief really help us spearhead that effort and bump those numbers up in public safety and other grades. We commit to working with Councilwoman Gallego to make sure that we do more to recruit women for non-traditional jobs as we truly level the playing field beyond pay and beyond job classifications. So you'll have the opportunity to see some of this tonight as we take our first steps. In the Burton Barr Library, we will be previewing our salary negotiation workshop, and we welcome feedback. Now, most importantly, our guest of honor. For 10 years, Lilly Ledbetter fought to close the gap between men's and women's wages, sparring with the Supreme Court, lobbying Capitol Hill in a historic discrimination case against Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. Lilly won a jury verdict of more than $3 million after filing her gender pay discrimination suit in federal court, but the Supreme Court overturned that ruling. Boo. Despite her defeat, Lilly continued her fight and nullified that decision when President Obama on January 29, 2009 signed into law the first new law of his administration, the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act. Ledbetter will never receive her restitution from Goodyear, but she has said, "I'll be happy if the last thing they say about me after I die is that I made a difference." Lilly, I want you to know you have made a difference in our lives and so many lives. Congratulations, and please welcome to the city of Phoenix.
Thank you so much. Mayor Stanton, and dignified women leaders. I am so impressed with this leadership here and what a wonderful city to be in on my 77th birthday, just what I've been making all these years. I was excited this year when I found out Equal Pay Day was on my birthday because we've been pushing it all the time because we need to wake up. And like one of the former speakers earlier said, we need this to roll around to end on December 31st. We should be making equal pay for equal work. And this is really, when you get down to it, it's not a woman's issue, it's a family issue. It is a family issue, and the men are getting it today. Yes, I learned after working 20 years for Goodyear Tire and Rubber, I was making so much less than my male counterparts doing the exact same job. Now that affected my overtime pay, it affected my retirement, my 401k, and today it affects my Social Security. And once it's gone, it's gone. So the women have to negotiate and learn up front how to get their rightful pay in the very beginning of a work history, because it goes on for the rest of their life. And this is a family affair, even if there's a single man somewhere and he's got a sister or a mother or a neighbor even. But what I congratulate the city of Phoenix on is all this progress, and what an honor to stand beside the fire chief. Because when we talk about non-traditional jobs, I like to talk about the jobs. It's not men's jobs or women's jobs. These are jobs. And if that person has the qualifications, the education, and the experience, they should be awarded the job and should get the pay that rightfully goes with it. Shouldn't be based on color, sex, or any of the other discriminating factors. That's what it should be based on. And what the city of Phoenix will reap from this will be a better city, a stronger city, more opportunities, better education for the youth, and this city will grow, and it will be noticed by the state and the nation, and it will strengthen this country. It's a win-win situation. It's already statistically proven that the companies who employ equally women and men and pay them rightfully their right pay according to their jobs and their responsibility, they are more successful and the bottom line is greater. This country needs to be more equal. I wondered in 2007 why I was touring the country talking about equal pay, because equal pay law, we've had it on the books since 1963. We've had Title VII since 1964. That law stated that I was entitled to equal pay for equal work. But the employer I had chose to not pay the women and the minorities according to that law, and no one was held accountable. So that's where we're going today. I applaud this city. I applaud each one of you here. I'm just so proud to be here today and to stand next to these leaders in this city. Congratulations, and please continue the work. Thank you.
Happy birthday. All right, happy birthday, Lilly Ledbetter. We are so proud and honored that you chose to be in Phoenix, Arizona for this momentous occasion, Equal Pay Day in Phoenix, Lilly Ledbetter Day in our city. Well, thanks everyone for covering this very, very important day in the city of Phoenix. We're so proud of the Councilwoman Gallego, the other members of the Phoenix City Council, our friends in Tucson and Tempe who have participated as our partners in this effort. A great, great day for our city and our region, and a great birthday for a civil rights leader here in the United States of America, Lilly Ledbetter. We're glad you're in Phoenix. Thanks for being here. Thank you, everyone.